Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tim, and today I have another Gloomhaven Buttons and Bugs video for you. And you may be wondering, why is scenario number 5 set up again? I thought you beat that. And I did. However, I made a couple of pretty crucial mistakes. Didn't affect the outcome. It was still a victory, but I wanted to go over these, and especially the second one, because it was something I didn't even realize until just recently that I'd been doing wrong. So this is, well, the first thing I wanted to talk about was, and it was mentioned in the comments on the previous video, is the turn before I long rested, I used this run-through card for the top portion for the attack. And then at the end of my turn, I said, and then I'll go ahead and slot this for the 2 shield. Well, you can't do that. I used the top half, not the bottom half. So you can't take advantage of both halves of the card, obviously. So that was a blunder on my part. The only thing that affected was I only got attacked once while this was active when it shouldn't have been. And it was while I was long resting. I was at 11 health. The beetle attacked me. He was up here at the time, right next to me. And he did an attack 3, and he got a +1, which should have done 4 damage to me, but I only took 2 of it because I thought I had 2 shields. So that would have actually taken me down to 7 health and wounded me. And then when I long rested, I healed the wound off and I took a damage, which would have taken me down to 6 instead of 8. And then I healed the wound and gained 2 health from long resting. So I should have been at 8 at that point instead of 10. And then, like I said, at that point, since I was long resting, I took the card out at that point, so it wasn't an issue from that point on. So it was just that one attack that I benefited from that shield 2 when I shouldn't have. So I would have been at 8 health. The following turn, after I rested, I attacked the beetle, got the big 2 times on him, and pushed him through that poison trap, which put him down to 5 health and poisoned him. And then on what ended up being the final turn, the beetle moved 2 spaces. How did he get? I think he had moved 1 on a subsequent turn and then 2 more. So he ended up being here. And then for what was the final turn, I played these 2 cards. Oh, and I was strengthened at this point too from the card that I used to push him through the trap also strengthened me. So here was my final card play. I was using Leaping Cleave with the run through, and I used the bottom half of this to do the move 3 to get up next to him, and then I used the run through. What I did wrong was, and what I didn't realize is, as soon as you use an ability on a card, it immediately flips. So if you play these 2 cards together, Leaping Cleave and Run Through, or Leaping Cleave and whatever the level 1 version of this is called, Skewer. If you do the bottom half of Leaping Cleave first, then you no longer have the wind available to infuse this attack. And that's what I messed up. I was thinking that as long as it was there at the beginning of your turn, that it lasted, the entire turn, kind of like how it does in regular Gloomhaven. But no, in this case, as soon as that symbol is no longer visible or is out of play, like in your discard pile or lost pile or whatever, then wind is no longer infused. So as soon as I did this move 3 to get up next to him, that flips, and comes back into my hand, and now wind is no longer available. So it was really only an attack 3 with Pierce 2 instead of an attack 5 with Pierce 3. But what transpired, if you recall, was he has 2 shields. I ended up rolling a plus on my first roll, so I didn't need to make the second roll, even though I was strengthened, which gave me a +1, and he was poisoned. So that 3 + 1 for the poison, +1 from the modifier was 5. Still enough to kill the beetle. Still a victory. So that was all I wanted to do for this video, was just go over those 2 mistakes I made, but illustrate that in spite of those, even if I had played it correctly, it still would have been a win. And most importantly, because I suspect there's probably a lot of people out there that are playing this incorrectly. Maybe not a lot, but I'm sure more than just me. So I just wanted to make everyone aware of that when you play 2 cards together and you're relying on the other card to infuse an element for you, if you play that card first, it's going to flip over, and now you no longer have that element for when you do the action on the second card. So just something to keep in mind as you're playing. I certainly will go from this point on. And that's really all I wanted to cover in this. So I have already filmed or recorded. I don't use film, obviously. I've already recorded my first attempt at scenario 6, so I will be getting that up shortly after this video. And as you can probably guess, since I said my first attempt, it was not successful, as you will soon see. So we got our work cut out for us getting through that one, but looking forward to getting back to that and getting some more of these videos up there for you guys. So thanks everyone for watching. Like, share, and subscribe if you like the video, and if you want to see more of my content, and we will see you in the next episode.